them into often dispense the power the way they want it, whereas we are supposed to follow up on the power that we've ceded to them. Because not just getting them to office, they've got to deliver and deliver according to our expectation because of the contractual agreement we have with them.
Let's look at the demography of those who vote in Nigeria. And if you look at the large chunk of those who vote in Nigeria, those who get cards to vote and those who actually come out to vote truly, they appear powerless. They appear powerless. And what do I mean by that? When they are offered incentives to vote, for a particular candidate or for a particular party.
You see family to be here. You can see the atmosphere. I think the whole of Nigeria is here. And this is truly the party to beat.
The APC have proven over time that they're first to reckon with when it comes to unity of purpose. What would you want to see at the end of this convention, the kind of leaders that will emerge to lead this party for the next 4 years?
What we're looking at is just leaders that will take this country, that will move this country forward. Already some firm foundation has been laid by the APC government of today. It's just that we have problems all over the world. And economies here and there are being rejigged. But Nigeria has been put in proper position now for sustainable progress. So we are looking for a gentleman that will move this country forward, that will consolidate on the gains which we have laid on the ground. So continuity will be the word.
And talking about consolidating on the gains of democracy, the ruling APC party has been, for Nigeria for the past 7 years or more, and still counting. What kind of impact do you think the party has been able to make for Nigerians so far?
There's been impact on almost every sector. Just like I say, because of the difficulties of the situation in the world today, it's been difficult at times for people to know. But if you go to Agric, so much has been done by way of intervention to make sure that our food security is almost sure in the near future. If you look at areas like transportation, I think giant steps have been taken, both in terms of making sure that provincial banking governance has been put in place, which means whether definitely or not this country is going to move forward. So we are sure that they put some proper solid pillars which will move the country forward.
So lastly, what do you expect from every candidate vying for political position today to ensure we have a rancor-free election?
Well, all I will expect from the candidates here is for them to understand that it is God that puts people into position. Let it not be something that could bring either acrimony or bring some situation which is not very good for our party. Let all of us come together and make sure that it is as peaceful as possible, and let the winners be gallant in victory. Let them be able to embrace the losers, and together we will build APC and build the country.
Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you for your time. I wish the best candidates all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria talking to our colleagues in this transmission. Of course, it's been a collaboration of so many TV stations, OGTV, NTA, TVC, all of them gathered in Abuja, sending us pictures, for this purpose. We were talking about the powerlessness of the Nigerian electorate, Engineer Oni. Someone who's not made up to 5,000 naira in a week or in 2 weeks, you're offering 5,000 naira to give a vote. You don't think he or she is compelled?
Again, I will hide under my cover of involvement. You can see lately that no matter how...
And I'm the special assistant to the President on Justice Reform and International Relations. I'm here as, first of all, because I'm a political appointee, I'm as an observer, and of course a strong member of APC in Enugu State.
Okay.
I was a former senatorial candidate in 2019 in Enugu State.
Okay. And of course you are here because you're a woman and you want to see women well represented here.
I want to see women represented, but most importantly, we want to have a strong presence of APC in Enugu State. We believe that this is the time to reinforce once again the fact that democracy is important, and everything we are doing today is about reinforcing democracy at the grassroots, at the ward level, at the state level, and at the national level.
And over time, women have continued to prove themselves that yes, they can do it if they get the necessary support. But what is your opinion regarding women's participation in politics beyond Enugu State, but Nigeria as a whole?
Well, my view is that the system we have today is not supporting women enough. We believe that with the constitutional review, with the support of the National Assembly members, we should have more women in the legislative arm of government, not just at the national level, but also at the state level, and even as local government chairmen and councillors. So the truth of the matter is there's always this view that only certain women, only men actually, should be represented at the National Working Committee of the party. That's not true. So we managed to encourage more women to participate in electoral positions that are available for NWC. For example, we have women participating as a national treasurer. But as we speak, I know she's having problem trying to get herself into the unity list, as it were. But she's ready to.
Okay, the cause of women.
As a battle for the women.
Gender equality, even in politics, you know. And I think that's quite key too. Even in this Imagine National Exco, women have the
definitely women will be there. Women will be there. Affirmative action that didn't play out in Ukraine. They decided to keep the men fighting and the women allowed to escape. I don't know why they don't. They don't use that in war. Like I was saying, we are evolving.
Yes.
And these days, we have evolved to a stage where the electoral law is going to protect the electorate somewhat. We've not gotten there, but at least electronic transmission of results and the way they are going to vote. Some people will collect your money and still vote against you these days. So, like, that was what I meant by credible candidates. I want to go back to that place. Nigeria is an heterogeneous setting. If you come today and give us a northern candidate of your party, I'm telling you, you may totally lose out. For the presidency.
You can't be so sure, Paulo.
I am very, very certain. I am 100% certain. I've been in this country for a very long time. There is this silent spiritual aura over this country. Nobody, even Buhari, will not struggle to give you another presidential candidate in 2023.
What if the Northerners decide to follow
let me tell you, look at that is why they have forced a chairmanship candidate from the north on their party. You can't have Adamu as chairman of APC and you want to have another Mohammed as presidential candidate of APC. It won't happen. The godfathers of this country, the founding fathers of this country, like he said, the owners, I don't see them as owners anyway, but those that are topmost, that decide what happens for us in this country, they know how we think. They know how things move. I can bet it we won't even have a Muslim candidate that will emerge president in 2023. No, wait, let me finish. I know you will want to, we have been arguing it off air. You see, Nigeria is placed in such a setting. Look at what happened when Buhari wanted to come into power. Even churches, everybody voted for him. We have a danger of breaking this country if you go and bring. That's why I say, when I say credible, I'm not talking about the capacity alone. I'm not talking about intelligence alone. I'm not talking about education alone. I'm not talking about straightforwardness, forthrightness alone. I'm talking about zoning. It's not legal. It's not in our constitution. But that is the silent decider of what happens in this country. If you don't want to break it, it's a fragile country. We are really now at the precipice. We have never had it this bad about disintegration, about danger of disintegration. I can't see the collective backing of any northern presidential candidate in this country in 2023. The may think, some people even told me how the PDP people are the ones that are holding offices in APC, so they are planning for Atiku to come back. I can say categorically, my name is Engineer Paul One. I can stick out my neck that it won't happen.
But that's a moral issue.
It's a moral issue, but it is the decider of what happens in this country. See, the truth of the matter, I was a soldier. The truth of the matter is, until we get out of our strong ethnicity, until we get out of this nepotistic nature of Nigerians, until we get out of the strangulation of the godfathers, the generals, as it were, holding this country. They've done their meeting. All this one you are doing, they have done their meetings. If not, they will be struggling for a northerner to be chairman of APC. They will be struggling for a northerner to be chairman of PDP. You don't want them to come and bring, you say a northerner will be credible, which northerner will be credible in 2023?
That's okay, let me quickly chip this in. I'm not talking of the microcosm of APC. I'm going macro, the wider spectrum. This is APC convention. Of course, it's tilting towards a northern chairmanship and most likely a southerner as the presidential candidate. At the end of the day. But looking at the macro aspect of it, what if, hypothetically, the way it is now, what if PDP comes up with a northern presidential candidate? They will lose out. No, you can't. You are not the only one that will vote. You are not the only one that will vote. I'm not even forget my own vote. Let me finish. I gave you the chance. You see, the dynamics of political engineering in Nigeria goes beyond just what we are saying. How many of our people have the PVC, for God's sake, as of now? The ordinary northerner, the small children, even if they say they are voting under 8 voters, they have these cards. Yesterday, and they are willing to go to the polls. I have been an election observer for years in this country.
Yesterday we were told that 1 million PVCs are yet to be collected.
That's 36. In Ogun State, I know about 600 and something. Is it Ogun State or throughout the Federation?
I think throughout the Federation, 1 million. If not more than that.
It's more than that. I've been an observer, and I know the kind of people I have been saying on the queue on election day. I know the volume and I know the type of people. The elites are armchair critics, we only talk. And the northerners will go there, they have collected their PVC, and they will go there, they will vote accordingly based on what they have them to do.
The error in that.
So, the error is that. It is, don't preclude it. The error, you can still not have another president.
Error, it may
not come from another party. It now depends on
it will not happen in Nigeria.
Anyway, maybe it's a spiritual.
He says apart from this,
I'm being pragmatic.
I'm being pragmatic too. The reality is that the error in what you are saying is that you always assume that northerners will vote for a northerner.
That's not necessarily.
Wait. Are you saying that
everybody in Yoruba land will vote for a northerner? Or the Igbos will vote for a southerner alone?
Wait.
I mean, not the demographic issue. No,
the two positions here are also possibilities.
Well, yes, you see, that is why. Was it yesterday? President Buhari Tinubu called for power brokers. They had dinner together. You see, when you have a northern chairman and you have a southern president,
they called Hausas and Igbos as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I said power brokers.
Okay.
The power brokers. The power brokers.
Okay.
They were all there. So the reason behind having a northern, let me tell you what I believe. Again, that will blow your mind. The president in 2023 will most likely come from APC.
Hopefully.
Most likely, I said, not that it's 100%. Now, the northern chairman of APC will tell the North to vote for the southern presidential candidate of APC.
What the North, as in USA, or the North
the North does not have, in my family, we are like family. We are having divergent views. My children, they will have divergent views because of education. In the North, this is not derogatory anyway. In the North, once Seriki or Rankadede say something, all of them will just go bandwagon.
But you are talking about the North as regards APC. You are not speaking for PDP in this instance. Because they also have their strategies.
What will PDP do?
Don't underestimate.
No, listen. What PDP should do, if they don't want to fail onset, is that they should also have a southern presidential candidate. Which may not necessarily for them it's more difficult. It's more difficult because they have Atiku who has all that it takes to force their hand. He has even met with Mr. President. He has met with our Baba here. He has met with everybody.
I saw, you know why somehow this thing is, we always say the more you look, the less you see in Nigerian politics.
Yes.
The other day, I can't remember the function now, quickly. Former Vice President Atiku sat beside Vice President Professor Nyuhichibajo, and they were chatting, and I was actually thinking, what were they talking about? You know, I can't remember the event now. You know, and that again clearly tells you that sometimes the more you look, the less you see.
It's you and I that struggle, hold our throats in fight for political gladiators. I don't do it anyway.
Anyway, we'll take a few calls on this program. Where our destination point is 5:55, and we want you to also be part of it. We'll take like 3 or 4 calls. We have been looking at a whole lot of issues. We have want to look at the outcome of the convention and what the outcome of the convention is likely to do, you know, to the fortunes of APC in the 2023 general elections, and of course, whether that will brighten the chances of PDP is also another matter. We also look like the issue of party defection, credible candidacy, APC now regarding themselves as the biggest party in Africa. Some years ago, PDP said they were the biggest party in Africa.
And they are going to stay 16 years.
Now the tables have turned. The tables have turned. So we will take your calls when they come, and we will, please, we want you to be as civil as possible, if you're going to call us. Now,
you see, let me quickly say this. What I just want Paul to understand is that I like the way APC is going about it to make sure that there won't be so much rancor and everything will be, well coordinated. But that is APC. You're talking of the North as if once the chairmanship falls there and the presidency comes to the South for APC, once the chairman of APC says something in the North, that is it. Don't preclude President Buhari don't preclude other political parties.
Don't you also think that this is you don't think this is one of the most unpredictable presidential election we're going to have in Nigeria?
It depends on the candidate that the two parties will put forward. I don't think so. The two candidates that
I don't think so. You see, there is something in Nigeria you must understand. I've always been watching this, and I've always wondered. And Yebo said it all. He said being spiritual. You see, Nigerians are so sympathetic to this zoning thing. When Buhari was coming,
okay, we have Olatunji. Good evening, Mr. Olatunji.
But I would love it if they can allow to hear what they are trying to discuss about. However, that's the thing. The not sincerity, and we should remove biases and sentiment to be objective. 15 years of PDP, have nothing to show for Nigeria. Let us be honest with ourselves. APC, though they have not gotten to what we want to do, though they are not giving us to start things design, but they have shown some level of seriousness. We can see Lagos Ibadan Expressway, it's not easy. We can see railway station, it's not easy. We can see Niger Bridge, it's not easy. And so, in fact, the APC government is one of the governments that is not particularly that in terms of doing out money to the less privileged, in terms of agricultural support program, they were just there for the nation. And if you want to look at APC has two major problems that affected our economy in this country. Number one, it was an APC company that our major source of foreign earnings, which is oil, was totally zero. We all know that. Two, as to are not coming out from that problem, that economic problem, they will enter into coronavirus. Internationally, we all know that many nations, even including so-called developed nations of the world, they are struggling now because it affects everybody.
Okay.
Now, one of these, let's give APC another chance. Let's see how far they can take us out of this country.
Thank you,
God bless you. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Latuji. Thank you so much. We'd like you to keep it very short and simple so that we will have opportunity for other people to also call us. He was actually talking about APC being the leading party and the APC
look at the arrangement of APC. Let me break it down. There were things I was keeping in, but let me release one more thing. You know, there is a negotiation, there is a silent agreement that can be seen that brought President Buhari to power. And there was what some people called complacency, which I discovered was because of the silent agreement. They allowed him to do whatever he wanted. They allowed him to appoint whoever he wanted. Now,
okay, there's Jacob. Good evening, Jacob.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
God bless you. I want to contradict a little bit. I have a contradictory view to what Papa Engineer said.
Okay.
Truly, with the arrangement on ground, everybody should believe that the next president is supposed to come from the south. That is the general view. That is what everybody should think. That is the normal way to happen. But my dear brother, you and I know that it will not happen like that. As I'm talking to you now, the North is already preparing mightily. They are preparing heavily towards this election that is coming. And everybody, in fact, what they are proving is that the South spent that the 6 years of Jonathan, the 4 years of there was a lot of calculations which were made. So North is really preparing. You know, the Babas he is talking about. Those Babas are CDP too that have influence on all these people who do the voting for them. So the only thing we have to do is let's cross our fingers, let's keep our fingers crossed, let's pray to God for a good leader. Either from South, either from North, wherever it's going to come from, it doesn't matter. But let God give us a good president.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Jacob. Now, let's take it to. We're dwelling too much on who the next president will be. Does it have to be about the president? Why are we not?
That's why I said
that not about state governors. Development. We have said development has to.
Even the legislature.
Devolve.
Yes.
We are not even looking at the legislature.
Even the legislature.
And they hold the age.
But because it appears that the executive, the president, holds all the power. The power of our president is so enormous.
The constitution that gives him everything. So
I've forgotten how many times they said the office of the president is mentioned in our constitution. It's not so in other constitutions generally over the world. The power is so much, and that rubs us on the power of the governors as well. What we are saying, that's why I said the other time, we have to work on the institutions, the system, the structure to make sure that whoever gets there, as capable as he might be, he will be, he will toe the line of what the system suggests, such that he will not just go and do a staccato program the way it comes to his head, that is the only way we can have focused growth and development. Until we are able to do that, we are just groping in the dark. But in any case, what I'm trying to let Paul understand is that the fact that APC is in power, the fact that they appear to have possibly, like they are saying, about 40 million party members, does not mean that any other party could not give them a shocker. That's what I'm trying to say.
How?
It doesn't
How?
mean.
Where will the shocker come from?
The politicians,
The Southeast,
do their
what is the
thing.
number? What is the number
The
of all the voters of the
The
Southeast?
politicians know how to do their
And
things.
some of the
And that's why I
states-
say,
But you see,
don't underestimate.
can the shocker be in their numbers? 19 northern states. 19.
19 other states, maximum for APC.
Do you know what are we talking about? To vote in Yoruba land in the Southwest?
For a northern candidate.
APC will not give you another candidate. They already gave you.
What
about PDP? What about if PDP gives another candidate?
PDP will be shooting themselves in the leg.
Anyway, it's not a half-assed. It's not a half-assed.
PDP will be shooting them. PDP, see, let me tell you, an average Nigerian is straightforward going to do justice. Wait, average Nigerian will do justice where even the national government does not do justice.
You see, there's one thing
An
that
average northerner, an average northerner, because as the chairman of Guild of Public Affairs Analysts of Nigeria, an average northerner has said they will vote Senate president.
Let's take Ade, Mr. Ade. Hello.
How are you? My greeting to all of you there in the studio.
Hello.
He's greeting us.
Oh, okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Yes.
Good evening. How are you? How are you?
We're fine.
Okay. My contribution to this issue is this. The way we are looking at it from the diaspora is different. There's a plan already
calling from London.
I have an ICT, but there's a plan on ground.
Okay.
That they want to bring Jonathan in and Yaya Bello as his vice president.
Okay.
And Jonathan will spend 4 years and go.
Okay.
And Paul go back to the north again. That is the plan of Puni, that acting chairman. So that's their plan. All these things just to make sure Bola Tinubu or whoever did not come on board. But if they carry out that plan, PDP will win the election.
Okay,
because everybody in the South will vote for any Southerner that PDP prevails.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ade.
Mr. Ade is calling from London. He doesn't know what happens.
Don't say that.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
You can't say that.
It's not possible.
Like that.
Look at what he said. Did you hear what he said?
Like
Did you hear what he said? He said the whole of APC. Wait, the whole APC is working so that Tinubu does not emerge. Is that true?
That is the way he sees it.
Anyway,
He's seeing it wrongly.
He's
seeing it wrongly.
But totally in Yoruba land, we don't sleep and face one direction. Don't assume that
we sleep and face one direction.
No.
When we only gave Oyo State to PDP, we are sleeping and facing Jagaban.
Don't think that everybody will face Asiwaju or everybody will face Asiwaju.
The structure of Asiwaju is not defeatable.
Look,
anyway,
don't say that. You are being authoritative.
Yes.
Let me tell you, I'm not the only one that will vote.
Let's take it away from individuals. Okay. Now we're not even looking at names. We're looking at over the years we have spoken about devolution of powers from the center to the state. Now, how come in our constitution the president remains awesomely powerful to the extent that development is affected? In the constitution.
The governors are also awesomely powerful.
Yeah,
but they have refused. Look at the little power we say they have. We have been fighting for devolution of powers from the exclusive list to the concurrent list. But even what is on the concurrent list, what are they doing with it? They are still the same governors that are fighting the autonomy of local governments. the financial autonomy of the judiciary. They are the same people fighting it, and that is why the president will always run away with it, because the little I'm not campaigning. I'm not going to be. I'm not a gubernatorial candidate. But let me tell you, if I, Paul Oni, is elected governor of a state, especially one of these southwestern states, apart from Lagos, one of these southwestern states, I will use just one item to become the richest state in the country. That is palm oil. If I go away from palm oil, I could decide to go for cocoa. If I go away from cocoa, I could decide to go for rice. If I go away from rice, I could decide to even go for as low as cashew. We are so rich, we are so blessed, that our governors will sit back and waiting for Abuja.
Anyway, I'll give you my own points on that. Devolution of power, you said. Resource control makes it work. If there is no resource control, we will continue to look up to that president who you said is very powerful, and we know he's very powerful. And like he said, the governors are rather looking up there to go and collect legis from
even if we have resource control
out of the box.
Even if we have resource control and the governor does not want to invest where he should invest,
if you devolve,
they will still decide to sit down and share the money.
If you devolve power and the resource control, we don't have to hoodwink Abuja again. We will hold our governors by the
issue
jugular.
is that they will
hold our governors by the jugular.
Invest all the money. Look at how much Jakonde had, and look at what he did.
And that's why I said the template then is different from the dynamics now.
We're closing this in 3-4 minutes. I want to hear from you, gentlemen, as we close. The new ESCO. The task before them, the new ESCO.
The task before the new APC ESCO is to make sure they deliver for APC. I am not a member, I'm not a card member of any party. The new job for them is to make sure they deliver their party and sell their party to the people and get the presidency. If they fail to do so, that's their own funeral.
Only the presidency? Only the presidency?
Well, I mean to get the tickets for their candidates.
For their candidate.
What about? But my own concern principally is to make sure, that is their own problem. My own concern is to make sure that they not only deliver their people, but they must do the things that we require them to do if they, by chance, they find themselves in the seat of power. Because they are not there on their own. We made them to be there.
Engineer,
I'm looking
at the crisis that led to today's convention. You know, how does the new ESCO, reconcile? How does the new ESCO make sure that this crisis does not go beyond the convention and does not in any way affect the chances of the party at the polls next year?
Yes, I wanted to say, ab initio, that neither am I a card-carrying member of any political party. I've not decided to join any yet. Now, the task before the new ESCO of APC, first let me answer your question. I think they've resolved their problem somewhat, and they are good at that. And that's why PDP also was able to conduct a very smooth convention. APC will fight close to the deadline. You just see them coming around and resolving the thing. And so the task before the new ESCO is to get a certain president elected for us and get the second term ticket for Prince Dr. Abeokuta.
Anytime you have Ola Animasha and Engineer Paul in the studio on the same set, you expect crossfire.
Yes, we start slow and explode at the end of the program.
Gentlemen, it's in the interest of humanity.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for this special program. It's not really easy bringing you out of your comfort, the comfort of your home to do this. Engineer Oni, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure always.
Mr. Oladimashan, thank you so much.
Nice being here.
And I would also like to thank our partners, our friends at NTA and TVC for collaborating well with us on this program today. We've got a whole lot of pictures from them and interviews. Must also thank the team here this evening, led by the acting GM at the station, Mr. Tunde Kazim. And of course, by Monday, by tomorrow, we should be able to get the outcome of the convention. And by Monday, probably something like this will also be done on any of our programs right here.
Let me quickly thank the acting GM for that wonderful entertainment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's the program. We'll leave you now, and we'll come your way maybe on Monday with another special program devoted to the APC convention. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very fantastic evening, and of course keep watching the People's Daily OGTV.